Just about every year, the Wood Whisperer puts on the Woodworkers Fighting Cancer event. If you don't know what that is, it's a way for woodworkers to make stuff and also raise money for cancer research charities. If you build the project, the Wood Whisperer will donate $5 for photos of each completed project, or if you make a video of it, it'll be $10 on your behalf for each completed project. This year it's a raised pet feeder. Mine's a little bit different from Mark's, and that's okay because it's more in the spirit of the thing rather than being exactly the same pet feeder. As I said, mine is a little bit different. You can see that this has quite the slope on it. It's a 15-degree angle which matches these bowls, or the rim of these bowls. Because I have a cat, not a dog, so I don't have huge bowls for the animal. And the idea with these angled bowls is it reduces whisker strain while eating. I don't know if that's really a thing, but that's what these bowls are designed for. The bowls are elliptical, so I did a rough measurement and printed out a template. I stuck this onto some scrap 6mm plywood. After rough cutting with the jigsaw, I took it to the line with the spindle sander. So the template is now cut out, and it is vaguely elliptical, but it turns out these cheap ceramic cat bowls are perhaps not the best example of precision engineering. There are two of them and they're pretty close to each other, but in the end I probably would have been better off just making a circle cutout because they're not exactly even and it ends up being pretty close to a circle anyway. However, the problem is that once I've drawn those circles or those ellipses on my workpiece, I can see that I'm only going to get about 10mm on either side of the cutout, so it's going to be a bit thin. Additionally, you can see that there's a bit of, well, crap wood on the edge here. So what I'm going to do is rip that off, add in stripes on both sides, laminate that together, get me a bit more width, maybe a bit more decorative, and we'll see how we go. I first ripped off the gnarly wood, then went through my offcut piles to find some scrap that would do the job. Some of the strips are thin, so I needed cauls for the clamp up. I had to rejoint and flatten after the glue up. Because Loki is a fancy beast, he needs a fancy waterfall edge joint pet feeder to enjoy his fancy feast. This meant mitering off the leg sections, then remitering the top of the feeder. This way there is continuous grain all around the joint. To reinforce the joint, some 4mm dominoes are perfect. Just like with the template, I drilled a pilot hole for the jigsaw blade and cut out the majority. CA glue and blue painter's tape make easy work of attaching the template. The bowls are designed to be angled at 15 degrees, which meant the legs needed the angle too. Glue up for this was pretty straightforward. The dominoes mostly held it in place and some blue tape reinforced while drying. After finishing, all that was left was to get the fancy beast's approval. Sit. Bum down. Good boy.